So if you're thinking of moving to Bend, Oregon, in this episode, we are going to give you a current market recap of all of Central Oregon. We're going to talk about where the market is trending. We're going to talk about median home price for Bend, Redmond, La Pine, Sun River. We're just going to give you kind of an overall view of what's happening in the real estate market right now. So if that sounds like something you're into, let's get after it right now. If this is your first time on the channel and you'd like to know everything there is to know about living, eating, sleeping, playing, the good and the bad of Bend, Oregon, Central Oregon, the surrounding areas, subscribe to the channel, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about current market conditions here in Bend, Oregon. My name is Zach Nutter, licensed broker with eXp Realty in the state of Oregon. My business partner Ryan and I, we get calls, texts, emails every day from people just like you looking to make the move here to Bend, Oregon, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'd absolutely love to help you make the move here to Central Oregon. With that being said, let's jump into this video and let's start talking about the market. All right, guys, so we have jumped into the Beacon report here. So Donnie Montager here in Bend creates this report with Beacon Appraisal Group. It is absolutely fantastic. This is kind of the gold standard here for Central Oregon, where we get a lot of our information and see what's happening in the market. So we're going to jump right into it. We're going to look at Bend, Redmond, a couple other areas, and just kind of look to see what's happening right now in the market. So let's scroll down. First thing you're going to see is we're in the Bend area, and SFR stands for single family residence. So this is all going to be single family data. So we're not going to have manufactureds or anything else. It's just going to be stick-built houses. So median home price in the thousands. So when you see 785, that's 785,000. This tracks all the way back to June of 2020. So, and it goes by month. So we can see a pretty good trend here, right? Everybody kind of knows what happened during COVID. The market really went crazy, and we see an upward trend all the way through about, we peaked in March of 22. We started to see a pretty steady decline, and then a jump back up in July, and then a steady decline down through May, April, and then, or through April, and then May hit, and we came back up to 745, and then June, we hopped all the way up to a record price of 785. Something interesting to note here is that 41 homes in Bend in June sold for over $1 million. So that is a big reason this price went up so high. So 773 was the previous high median home price. 785 is now the new median. So you can see that we were on a steady decline. We kind of set here through the end of last year, beginning of this year, we were kind of hovering in this high 6 range, dipped down to almost the mids, and now we've seen a steady incline. So it'll be very interesting to see what August, September, or July, August, and September's numbers hold. But you can see as of right now, it's a short sample size, so we don't have a lot to see, but it does look like we're on the incline here in Bend. That could also be because of a lot of the higher end homes sales. So one of the other things I like to look at, so we're going to see next is number of sales. So 172 homes sold in June of 23. Let's compare that to last June. There was 194, so a slight decline there. And again, that goes back to a lot of those $1 million homes. If we go back to 2019, the same month in that year, which was 4 years ago, there was only 12 or $13 million homes sold. So you can see that the price points have creeped up there, and we're seeing more $1 million homes sold. But so we did see, again, this kind of follows the same pattern. Home sales have gone down. Obviously, if you look, kind of a repeating trend in the winter, home sales definitely go down here. But we are still under, if you look at this year compared to last year, June to June, 172 compared to 194. So we are down there a little bit. And then the next stat we're going to look at is days on market for sold properties. So pretty low days on market here. It did jump up quite a bit in January, February, and we were 36, 51. And it came way down March, April, May, June. We're at 13 days. So from day listed to day sold, average days on market is 13 days. Let's compare that to June of last year. June of last year was 6 days. So over double of days on market. So interesting stat to know, but I mean, this is still an incredible number. Days on market in a healthy market, we should be like 3 to 6 months of inventory, which we'll get to a little later. But right now it is houses are still selling rather quickly if they're priced appropriately. This is single family residence building permits. So 61 new building permits in the city of Bend were pulled in June. Let's compare that to last June. It was 71. So since that last June, this is the highest number. So builders, it seems maybe builders are getting the confidence back in the market, pulling more permits, building more houses as things are starting to sell again quicker. Now, this is an interesting statistic. So we all know that rates have gone way up from where they were. So we were in these historic low rates, 2.75%. 3.5%, somewhere in that range for quite a bit of time. And what people need to realize is those were historic low rates. Now we're up in the 7s, bumping up to the 8s. 7.7 is a historical average over the last 100 years. But so we were seeing a lot more loans back here, right? You can see all these high numbers in the 2020s, 2021s. But then we start getting in here where we see rates creeping up, and you can see that we start to see a pretty major dip here. So November is where we really saw the number of conventional loans was 72. The number of cash transactions was 55. Now, it's an interesting stat just to keep in mind. So you can see, there's a lot of cash buyers in the market right now as compared to loans, people getting loans on their property. Just kind of an interesting stat to take a look at. And then month supply. So months of inventory. And the way to understand this is if no new homes came on the market, this is how much time it would take for all the homes to be sold. So if we go back here to 2020, 2021, we can see that we're at like a couple weeks, 2 to 3 weeks at a time, that if no new homes sold in 2 to 3 weeks, we'd have no inventory left in Bend. This number has steadily come up, it came back down, and now we're kind of back on the rise again. So we have a good amount of inventory. 3 to 6 months of inventory is really a kind of more of a balanced, healthy market. So we're heading in that direction. But right now we have 2 months of inventory. So if no new homes came on the market, we would sell out of homes in about 2 months. Let's compare that to June of 22, fairly similar. So 1.9 compared to 2. So not a big shift there. And then median sales price per square foot. So again, let's talk about median. So median is not an average. Median is the number right in the middle. So you take the highest price per square foot, the lowest price per square foot, you find the number directly in the middle, and that is your median. So $370,000 is the median price per square foot. And then if we compare that to June of last year, we've got 368. So not far off. So sales prices, you see that it dipped in between those, but we're kind of back on a higher level here. Last month was 371. So 370 a square compared to, it's back in this 2022 range, right in that same range. We did see it dip down to 315 and then it raised back up. But if you look at the overall long-term trend from June of 2020 to June of 2023, a 3-year span, we've seen a pretty steady increase throughout with a couple of dips in between. So let's talk about, we're going to skip through this little section. We're going to jump to Redmond now. So Redmond's market's been a little bit steadier and not as big ups and downs, but you can see, so this is median home price. Again, the price right in the middle between the highest and the lowest. We're at 473. So we did see the same dip that we saw in 22. and a similar rise, but not as drastic up. So the last 3 months, we've been at 469,000, 472, 473. So a very gradual climb. 473,000 compared to June of last year, 530. So Redmond's overall median home price is down this year compared to last year, June compared to June. Number of sales. So in the city of Redmond, 74 sales in June of this year. Last year in June, we had 71. So there's actually been more sales this month, this year compared to this month last year. Days on market for property sold. So again, you can see days on market were really low, and then they've peaked back up a little bit. So, I mean, these are still incredibly low days on market for home selling. So still a great time to sell your home. Conventional and cash transactions. So 42 conventional loans as opposed to 13 cash transactions. Let's compare that to the previous year. 45 conventional loans compared to 10 cash transactions. I think unless rates go down drastically, I think we're going to keep seeing that gap kind of tightened between cash transactions and conventional loans. Building permits. So building permits, 32 building permits pulled in the city of Redmond last month compared to June of 22, which is 20. So the number is up. You are kind of seeing a nice trend here up for the building permits being pulled in Redmond. Obviously way down from 2020 and 2021. You see it started to decline here, picked back up, and then came down, but it looks like they are picking up quite a bit. And then let's go to months of inventory. Again, this is how many months, how much time you would have if no new homes came on the market and until you sell out. So again, same as Bend, Redmond's got about 2 months of inventory. And then let's talk about median sales price per square foot. So Redmond is at $293 per square foot for the median. And let's compare that to June of last year, $315. So they are down price per square foot a pretty decent amount. You can see that we had a trend up, a big spike, a little, and then we've kind of had a trend down for quite a while in Redmond on price per square foot. And we'll jump past this part here. And this is more about some of the smaller communities, so we'll kind of buzz through these. We don't have the big charts and everything, but this is last month's June's median home price, Sisters, Sun River, Lapine, and then Jefferson County and Crook County. So Sisters, $773 $773,000 median home price, 12 sales, days on market, 14 days, and then current inventory is 3 months. So a good amount of inventory in Sisters currently. Sun River, we've got a $1,125,000 median home price, number of sales 9, current days on market 6, and 2 months of inventory. Lapine, the median home price $429,000, number of sales 10, current days on market 27 days, and current inventory 5 months. So Lapine has a good amount of inventory. And then we've got Jefferson County, $369,000 median home price, number of sales 17, current days on market 6, and 3 months of inventory. In Crook County, so Jefferson County, you got Madras, a lot of those areas. Crook County, you've got Prineville, and that's $400,000 median home price, 23 sales, 21 days on market, and 4 months of inventory. Oh, so they did add a breakdown, so we can kind of look more in depth at Sisters real quick. So Sisters, $694,000 median home price. Oh, this is just the quarters, so we won't get too deep into those, but you can see a steady rise in Sisters with very few major dips. This is quarter by quarter, going back all the way to 2010. So 2010, we have a $296,000 median. And then second quarter of 2023, $694,000. So these will kind of skew because these are based on quarters. We've been talking month over month, so we're not going to get too far into those. This is Sun River, Again, you can see a very steady incline. And then number of sales, you can see the dip here. So Sun River has been an incredibly hot market through the pandemic and everything. Sun River is one of the markets where it really crimped down. So that's about it, guys. I just wanted to share that stuff with you. I wanted to talk about the market, where we're at. And if you have any questions, we'd love to help you. We'd love to share any knowledge, answer any questions you have. Again, Zach Nutter, licensed broker with eXp Realty. Subscribe to the channel, tap the bell for notifications. All of our contact information is in the description below. We'd absolutely love to help you guys make a smooth move here to Bend, Oregon. We'll see you on the next video.